Hello guys, I am Oji, back with another Etheria restart video. Today I'm gonna talk and build about Beyontin. So she is one of the good support unit from the element of a red or reason, and her ability is quite useful for some of the PvE content and PvP also. She can be used combo with some of the unit that can manipulate death. Okay, so before we start building her, let's try to learn what she can do with her skills first. So in the first skill, it's called Bloom Sonata. So Beyontin deals 240% damage to a single enemy and increase the turn matter by 25% for the ally with the lowest turn. So this one is very good for helping your ally to act faster and faster, because the one that's behind, they can act first before the enemy try to CC them or deal damage with them. So for the second skills is a Soul Whirl. Beyontin make one ally immediately start their next turn and reduce their Animus skill cooldown by 2 turns. This can be used on the fallen allies that's already dead to summon their spirit, immediately start their action turn and reduce their skill cooldown by 1 turn. If Beyontin has the Underworld Flower, it can consume 1 stack of it and then revive the ally with 50% of their max HP. Otherwise, if there is no stack, the ally will die, spirit disappear after acting. So this skill can be very useful because you can resurrect your dead ally, or you can summon them for 1 turn to use their skill ultimate or anything. So it can be good finisher, and it can also good resurrection. And then for the ultimate, I forgot to read the Underworld Flower. So this stack is her passive, right? Each stack reduce damage taken by 5%. So if she has 2 stack, that's 10% damage reduction. Okay. For every 1 dead ally unit, you can consume 1 to revive them with 40% of their max HP and 35% more turn matter. This can stack 5 times and can be dispelled but cannot be stolen. So you want to be careful. One of her weakness is being dispelled, because the stack is very hard to get, right? She can only get the stack from the ultimate here, Karma Abyss. So let's read. Beyontin applies 2 turn attack increase by 40%, critical damage by 50%, and gain 2 stack for herself. 2 stack of the Underworld Flower. You see that we can use one of them to summon, right, to resurrect your allies, but she can only gain the stack from here currently. So that's why she is kind of weak if the stack get removed instantly, because she is dependent on it to resurrect the allies and also have some more reduction. But this buff is generally very good because the attack increase 40% and critical damage increase by 50% is huge. This is really big increase. Okay guys, and so we already learned what her skills is. Let's try to build how to invest on her skills, which one to increase first. For me, the skill 1 is quite decent for to 15% at least, because I like to give my ally speed turn increase whenever she deals basic attack, right? For the second skill, I'm not sure if this is necessarily, but I don't think you need to increase to max skill this. I think level 3 is enough because it reduces skill 1 by 1 turn for the allies that's already dead, so they can use their ultimate right away, right? So that's why it's kind of important for me. But you can also level 4 if you have. Level 4 is even perfect. You don't need level 5 here. But yeah, level 4. So you want to use these 3. And then the ultimate. This one, I'm not really concerned to max it because the recovery is not really that important from the Underworld, right? And then the stack increase is very good though. So you want to at least level 3, but level 1 is even fine because sometimes the stack can get removed easily, get debuffed from enemies, like dispel. That's why I'm not really necessarily worry much about it. But For PvP, I think level 3 is fine, right? For PvE and PvP, it's perfect. But you don't need to go past beyond that. Level 3 is maximum you can get. You don't want to waste too much. But if not, it's also fine with just one stack. And level 2, you don't really need to touch this at all. But if you want, level 3 is fine. And this one, level 3 is also fine. But otherwise, you don't even need to touch it. It's fine also. So she is one of the good unit to build because you don't really need too many skill points to increase for her. And she can just give a really good support for your team. So this one, level 3 is okay, just that, and everything else no need to increase for their level. Because in PvE, not many of enemy will dispel your buff. Alright, now that we learned for her skill, let's go learn for her build, okay? So I built her already because I don't have her unit, so I just built it in my replacement in this unit, okay? So I tried to build the Swift Rush for her, for the Matrix, because she really need to have a high speed. The faster your speed, the better you can buff your allies before they act, because you can give a critical damage increase 50% and attack increase by 40%. So if you act first, give them this buff, and when your allies act, it's already have pumped. Their damage will be high. And otherwise, I'm just looking for anything that's defensive, which is unbreakable is good enough. So if you want, this one is also good. Bramble is also good because she can counter attack and it also give defense. 25% counter attack with basic attack. Remember that her basic attack give a speed increase for allies like 15%. So that's one of the reason why you want to use Bramble. But unfortunately, I don't have the good Bramble. So unbreakable is also fine because it's not really that big significant difference, right? And try to get to use the matrix that have 3 instead of 2. I'm currently low on the 3 one, so this is just a demo for you guys know what to do already. So use always the one with the 3 so you can maximize the build. 12 on the unbreakable and 12 on the Swift Rush, okay? And for the stat, you want to have a lot of defense and speed, defense, speed, and HP, so she won't die easily. That's one of the best build for her to make sure that she can act really fast, high speed, and then also have high survival with more defense and HP percent. And then for the shell, I use a Halloween, which is it can give like 80% chance to reduce one cooldown of the skill. So because she used a lot of the time ultimate and the resurrect skill, this shell is kind of good to help to reduce that skill. So you can resurrect again even faster or use the ultimate to gain more stack and other stuff. So that's for the model and for the shell. And for the build, you usually want to cast the first skill first, and then after that, when your allies die, then you can cast the second skill to resurrect them. But generally, she only be used for the ultimate, and then just use basic attack all the time. And that's how you play the unit. Okay, that's it for the build for our unit this time, Beyontin. So if you guys have any other advice or comment, please let me know on the comment, and thank you for watching. See you for the next game.